welcome to the Universe Era podcast, where you'll get references to Doctor Who, Power Rangers, weird shows you never watched as a kid but have vague memories, and game series you have no fucking idea about. And every once and again, there will be a mention of a wrestling move, and that's just me. The other two don't do anything.
Excuse me.
But you sometimes correct me.
Yes, because you remember last time we had a podcast, I had to correct you with the double match.
That is so true.
And I'm the only one that actually did know it, because you and Jamie both couldn't figure out who was who, and I knew. And I'm the new guy.
Okay.
That is so true.
Here's the slight difference. I will defend myself on this, Ryan.
Okay.
I didn't care. Deuce and Domino are so interchangeable. Like, this isn't like if it was Matt Hardy and MVP, where they're two different people and you can tell. Deuce and Domino are almost the same person, just duplicated.
Well,
but anyway,
that's why they're such a good double D, because it's like you're seeing double.
That is also another good point.
I had my rant about Deuce and Domino last episode, but yeah, basically that's Ryan, guy who constantly wants to correct me, and Jamie, who's backing it up for some reason. I thought we agreed that you and me, Jamie, were going to, push Ryan out, but fine.
Ryan's came to my rock paper scissors league, so.
Boom!
Very well.
I still try to teach him how to play with one hand, right? But
this again.
Trust me, Ryan. At work, I bully Jamie non-stop for that.
Yeah, you did the same thing with me in school.
Yeah, maybe I'm just an asshole. Nah, everyone else is bad. I'm the only good guy.
Okay.
Ryan, look, I needed to do one Simpsons reference. It was the Principal Skinner thing. It's like,
I've seen all Simpsons. I am a big fan of Simpsons. Don't worry, I know it.
Yes. But anyway, today we're going to be doing No Mercy 2007. For a slight thing, slight information, you two both watched it on the WWE Network.
Yes.
I watched it on the Silvervision home video version, which is basically the DVD.
Oh, wow.
Because this is the weirdest thing ever. In the WWE game SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, which came out at the start of 2011, I have the special edition, which for some reason includes No Mercy 2007.
Wow.
I don't know why the special edition has a DVD of a pay-per-view 3 years ago. I don't know.
Odd.
It's weird, but yeah, for the longest time, No Mercy 2007 was my most watched pay-per-view. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it was because No Mercy had so many things that were so overwhelming that it changed WWE forever. So maybe it was for that.
I don't know,
or maybe they just had too many copies of it, so they thought, we just give them away.
That probably is true. I think if I got another special edition, I'd probably get Survivor Series 1998. It's probably just random extra DVDs they had.
Look at the draw.
One.
I've actually got that in DVD.
Of course you do. Of course you do. But one of the things that's always said is about how, the network cuts out certain stuff from DVDs. So, if I say, oh, I got this and you didn't, that's probably just because it was on the DVD on its own.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a couple of times where I'm going to, be like, does yours version have this? 3 times.
Yeah, especially if it was special featured, because usually they'll have some inner off-screen moments in that.
But anyway, this starts with the Bible quote. Oh, and the waters prevailed so mightily. Genesis 7:20. I would have preferred, the best Bible quote. Austin 3:16. I just kicked your ass. We will show you that. We will show you King of the Ring Ryan one day.
Good.
When Austin cuts that promo. But yeah, you get it. It builds Cena as a force of nature. Like, I will say this built Cena up as like this god who the only way they were able to beat him was his arm nearly tore off.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe John lost the title.
See, WWE, if you look at the video, they want you to think it's Randy Orton gives Cena the RKO. That's what causes the arm injury.
Aye.
It's not. Because I watched the Raws. He's having a match with Mr. Kennedy, and then he does an arm drag. And then, like, right away, Cena's holding his arm, and, like, the ref gives the cross, which is essentially the ref telling people in the back, something's gone wrong. Someone is injured.
All right.
And I'll say this about Cena. Like, I've criticized him on this podcast before, and I probably will in the future. He continued the match with essentially one arm.
Wow, good for him.
For 5 more minutes, he kept the match going, and he basically only had one arm.
Wow. Well, that's
Like,
he's given my respect.
Yeah. We're just not going to see him for like a year.
No, I'm gonna miss him. I was just getting used to him being in the ring. I wanted to see more times because honestly, all the times I've seen John Cena in matches, he's done the "you can't see me" only once in the times that in the matches I've watched. I just thought,
Ryan, it doesn't become until like 2012, when he starts using that all the time.
well, right, well, it's just I am wanting to see more of that because I would love to see that move in action. Because I see that as memed. I see young kids reenact it. I just want to see it more in action because I can actually respect.
Just wait until they reattach his arm.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
I think if it was his right arm that hurt, he can actually move it up to his face because that's his waving arm.
No, like if you watch the match, he could not move that arm at all.
Well, then he could definitely not do the "you can't see me" because he will not be able to physically do the hand motion for that "you can't see me."
But they also mention how there's an opportunity for a new champion, and they show a bunch of faces.
Yes.
It made it look like we were getting a tournament.
Yeah, I was really disappointed on that. I actually was looking forward to seeing all these awesome wrestlers fighting for the title. I just thought, yes, No Mercy means for the title. Oh, I'm going to love this.
But no. And also, I don't know if I've read this as it's possible my edition, but we didn't get like how with all the other pay-per-views we get like WWE presents Survivor Series, SummerSlam, that kind of thing. We didn't get like a presents No Mercy. Was that on your edition as well?
Yeah, it was the same on ours. The only thing we got from No Mercy was the white dove flying. There was nothing.
Aye.
There's no title, no nothing.
Yeah, when they mentioned that Noah and all that, and
yeah,
So
we never got a No Mercy actual title.
Then we get Vince McMahon and MVP of SummerSlam, William Regal.
I absolutely loved this. I absolutely loved this moment.
Vince basically just says the usual, like what you would. Cena's been injured. There is no WWE, so he's no longer the WWE champion. There's a nice Y2J chant that that Vince acknowledges. Jamie knows who they're talking about. You have no idea who Y2J is, Ryan, do you?
No, I was trying to listen to them really hard on who that was. I thought I was just going to Lally because they were saying a wrestler and they were just mumbling it, but no, I had no idea who that guy was.
I'm sure he's in this. He's in this year at some point, isn't
he? He's right at the end.
Aye.
Like, I think he shows up on the final pay-per-view of 2007.
Right.
But basically, yes, someone's coming, and he will save us. But then they basically say Randy Orton is the new champion, and Randy Orton cuts a very meh promo, and then for the first time of, what is it, 5 times? No? Yeah, 5 times. 5 times we hear, it's time to play the game, and how you play it's all about control, and if you, like, I hope you love Motorhead, because you're going to listen to this song over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know word for word now.
Yeah. It's genuinely, I have a bottle of cola right now, and I'm scared I'm going to start spitting it out. Trish comes out again. Ed, I hope you love that song. But then Triple H keeps talking shit about Vince. And here's something I found that's very awkward. You know how he's talking all this shit? In real life, Vince is Triple H's father-in-law.
Really?
Triple H I think at this time, he is married to Vince's daughter.
I'm sure. I'm sure he is.
Oh, wait, no, of course they are. They married in 2003. So, yeah, they are married by this point.
Oh, that's gotta be cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And then Triple H just mentions Vince's balls, and then the match happens. Triple H versus Randy Orton in for the WWE title. I have vaguely no notes on this match at all. I have 3 notes on this. At the start, Randy goes outside and plans on leaving and going away with the title and getting counted out. Quick question. Why not just hit him with the belt and then get DQ'd? You keep the title.
Aye.
Aye.
Because if you lose the match by DQ or countout, you keep the title. So why not just be like, oh, match started, okay, hit you in the balls, okay, DQ'd. Thank you, that's me going, bye, peace. And then Triple H rolls up Orton for the 3 and wins the title. It was okay, nothing special, but knowing what I know about the show, I felt like they deliberately didn't go all out, because, spoiler alert, they're going to have another match tonight, and Triple H has another match tonight.
3 matches in one evening. Oh my god, I cannot believe I survived it.
I gave this a 2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5. Literally middle of the line.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I gave it a 2.
2? Okay.
Did not do nothing for me. It's considering the match we got later on.
Honestly, well, I must be going to Lally because I really enjoyed that fight. I think it was because the whole lead up to it with Triple H talking up to Vince, and he's challenging for the belt, and it was right at the beginning, and he had so many power slams and knee slams and superplex spine busters. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think it was I think it was my favorite fight of the night. So I actually gave it a 4 out of 5.
Holy shit!
I'm the heel then.
Jamie, I'll tag team with you on this one. We can both be heels, because I ain't saying I wouldn't like. The only reason I gave it a 2.5 is because it was a middling match. Every match starts as a 2.5 for me, and then raises or gets lower.
Well, I just particularly loved it because Randy was all set to get the title. Triple H then just challenges him right off the bat, and then just takes the title. And Randy afterwards is absolutely destroyed, and I found it very satisfying.
All right.
I can kind of see where Ryan's coming. If I wasn't a wrestling fan, and I would have probably give it higher.
I think it's because we know these two can do better. That's what.
Aye. So I can see why Ryan gave it a 4.
Wait, they could do more than what they did in that match? Oh, I'm so gonna love
Ryan, this is the bare, and I do mean the bare minimum of what these two can do. These two.
Oh, goody.
Did they two no fight in Hell in a Cell?
Oh, man.
No, it was Batista and Triple H. They were.
They two had a. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of?
Was it Randy versus Taker?
I was thinking of Randy Orton and Mick Foley.
Oh, the back. Yeah. Also, another match we're going to show you: Mick Foley versus Randy Orton, Backlash 2004, because Randy sets up a bunch of nails on the mat, and he goes to RKO Foley onto the nails, but Foley pushes him off, and Randy takes a bump on his back on the nails.
Ah, that makes me cringe.
Apparently, it took them 10 minutes to pull him out.
Oh, that just makes me more cringe. Oh, I'm actually lifting my shoulders right now. Oh, that again.
You know what else we need to let them see? I don't think it's ahead of us. I think it's behind us, actually. The Mick Foley and Edge.
That
WrestleMania. Is that coming up or is that past?
It's past. That was Mania 22.
That's right.
We'll probably cover it. Like, we'll probably do a Mick Foley episode. So we'll probably show him that. But did you get an ad for WrestleMania 24? Like after the Triple H Randy match, like where it was like WrestleMania is going to be it's going to be in Orlando. Order now. Order your tickets.
And I don't think so.
All right.
I didn't see any.
All right, then I think it got cut because this would have came out in June. No, this came out in December, November. Yeah, this came out like a little before October. October. Wait, what's before October?
September.
Yeah, this came out in September. WrestleMania's in April, so yeah. No, it makes sense.
We're in about the same time the tickets go on sale, so
yeah. Our next match.
And can I just I just want to say, well done, James. Triple H did get married in 2003.
Yeah, no, because
I just looked up though.
Yeah, because if I remember, because I was watching a ton of 2003 Triple H Reign of Terror, and for like 2 weeks he is not on Raw at all, and I like looked up why, and apparently that was him on his honeymoon.
Aww.
So you
know the best that I have watched that Thy Kingdom Come, God knows how many times, and I've had to actually look it up to see when he got married.
Yeah.
Well,
but our next match is a match that wasn't meant to happen. This has just been added at the last possible second. I'd like to remind you, there are 3 champions in this match. Yeah. If you want proof that the WWE does not give 2 fucks about either tag team championship or the IC title, one isn't defended in the comparison of pizza eating contest, and then the other are in a 6-man tag match that wasn't advertised. If you need any more proof that WWE don't give a shit about these championships, here it is. But it's Paul London, Brian Kendrick, and Jeff Hardy versus Lance Cage, Trevor Murdoch, and a mystery partner. That mystery partner being Mr. Kennedy. Which I'm surprised he was in this match, because everything I've read about the Cena injury is that when Cena got injured, Mr. Kennedy got a ton of heat backstage because like the people in the back blamed him for it.
Oh, right.
Surprised he was in this match. But the crowd chants something at the start and I have no idea what it is. Like, they have a very weird chant. And then
I watched the back a wee bit. I kept rewinding it to try and make it out, but I couldn't. I don't know what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chicago for you.
It was really hard to figure it out. There was too many people, and honestly, you can hardly. It's very difficult to hear the crowd sometimes.
Welcome to the Chicago crowd.
Oh, I have some words about the Chicago crowd in the next match, actually. The next match. Oh, I got some words to say about the Chicago crowd. Chi-Town, baby. But speaking of the crowd and not being able to hear them, my note is the crowd goes fucking mental when Jeff Hardy tags in.
Uh-huh.
And there's a lovely bit where Brian Kendrick runs the ropes, and then Trevor just lifts the ropes up, and then Brian just falls out the ring. It's fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Kennedy nearly beheads Brian Kendrick with a boot. Because Brian Kendrick's sitting in the corner, and then Mr. Kennedy gives him a boot while he's in the corner, and I swear he nearly decapitates Brian Kendrick. Brian Kendrick gets a lot of shit in this match. Did he piss someone off? Probably. But then Brian Kendrick jumps essentially from one end of the ring to the other to tag Jeff in.
I love
how is that possible?
That's why I'm always thinking that does that ring have mini trampolines or something? Because honestly, how on earth could someone jump that length?
Jeff Hardy goes for essentially a face buster thing, but I don't know if it's Jeff's fault or Trevor's fault of who takes it, but he nearly drops Trevor on his head.
Oh, that was close.
Even JR called it out and said, "What the hell was that?"
Uh-huh.
And then Jeff, a couple minutes later, for no reason whatsoever, Jeff Hardy is outside and he runs the barricade to try and hit Lance Cage, and he misses by a mile.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
It's slight miss. And then Ken hits his finisher on Brian Kendrick for the free. This match it started okay, got good, and the ending was pure chaos. I fucking loved this match. I would say I rated this match a 3.5 out of 5, and then with a note that said, "Is it not sad that I rate a match that isn't meant to happen higher than a WWE Championship match?"
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Then it's gonna be said that you hated this match and gave it 1 star each.
No, I did not. I didn't give him one. It was good, fine. I don't know what happened after that hot tag. Everything just exploded, but I gave it 1.5.
All right.
Well, for me, I thought it was very enjoyable. I was still surprised about the high jumping and the length and the height everyone was doing. It was mad. And at the end, where everything was going to complete chaos, I just thought, okay, they're completely going off script here because there is no way this is all planned. So, but it was good. So, I did 1.5 out of 5 as well.
Thank you.
Should we just make a new system where we have a face and a heel as well? If the star ratings are so different, and it's but here's the thing, I think I rated this match slightly higher because think about it like this. This isn't like most any other match on this show where they knew they were going to have this match so they could have planned some stuff out with each other. This match wasn't meant to happen. So, they were probably told a day or two being yeah, you 6, you're going to have a tag match. And then they're all right, quick, what can we do? Okay, I can do this, you can do this, you hit me with this, I'll do this. I think that's why I'm very lenient on it.
I think see if you had like Jeff Hardy against Mr. Kennedy,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably give it a higher.
Jeff Hardy versus Matt. Jeff Hardy. I got it. We cut the last man standing match in half because that shit was way too long. Then we get Brian Kendrick and Paul London versus Trevor and Murdoch for the tag team titles, and then we also get Jeff versus Mr. Kennedy for the IC title.
Even that, I just think throwing 6 guys in there was a bit, I don't know.
A bit much.
That's
it
it,
was probably like pop the crowd. Do your high flying stuff. Do a couple of flips.
Aye.
Then our next match is CM Punk versus Big Daddy V.
Fucking hell.
When I heard, CM Punk's in Chicago, I was kind of expecting him to get a bigger pop. And then I just went, just wait 4 years. When we cover Money in the Bank 2011, CM Punk comes into Chicago in 4 years like a god. Like, trust me, CM, this crowd reaction is nothing compared to what he's going to get later on. When we cover Money in the Bank 2011, let me put it like this. Throughout that night, in other matches, there is a CM Punk chant, always. Whatever match it is, they're still chanting CM Punk because CM Punk is a god in Chicago. But that's for 4 years in the future.
Unfortunately.
And we'll cover it in 2030.
2030!
Have you seen how long it takes us to do an episode, and these are meant to be monthly?
Yes, I know. I do. I didn't want to. I don't want to sound. I didn't want to sound inappropriate, and just because sometimes I just think, come on, I've watched this for a month now. When are we doing the episode?
You know, work is a massive issue, right?
Yes, that's why I didn't bother nagging about it, because I know when it comes down to work, it can either go really well, it can go to hell, it can be covering for people. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, so, but anyway,
that's why I'm letting it go. That's why I'm letting it go.
Back to CM Punk versus Big Man with weird straps that they're using to cover his titties, but they keep falling off and then he keeps putting them back on. Very weird. I don't know who thought that was a good idea for him. This match is literally a squash match until CM Punk hits a drop kick, dropping Big Daddy V until Matt Striker comes in and attacks for the DQ. Big Daddy V attacks CM Punk after the bell. CM Punk starts spitting blood for sympathy. This match was looking like it was going to be good, with a good story, and it ended way too soon.
I know! I was looking forward, because this was the first time I was going to see Big Daddy, but I've never heard of him before, so I thought, oh wow, this big guy, this is going to be fun. But it ended in 5 minutes. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah. I gave this a 2 out of 5.
What? Are you out of your mind? Can you barely even count that as a match? I mean, jeez.
The match
ended over.
Remember what was it was the SummerSlam Divas Battle Royal when I said, it was a match.
Easy.
When I said, it was a match, there were moves. Again, my rating starts at a 2.5, and then if it's good or bad, it lowers or raises. This match wasn't long enough to lower itself enough. I took away the 0.5 because the match ended very quickly because of a DQ.
All right.
Oh.
All right, come on.
Come on, Jimmy, let's go. Let's go.
Give it a 1 star.
To be honest with you, I thought the result was
Yep.
insulting to a pay-per-view, especially a title match. I gave it a 0.5.
Oh, yes.
All right. There's a match coming up which I'm really interested in what your match ratings are for this match when it comes up. Brian, what did you rate this match?
I was the same. I was a 0.5. I was completely disappointed. It was the shortest match I have ever seen, and compared to the CM Punk matches I have watched in the past that last a lot longer, facing against a big guy like Big Daddy for the first time, I thought it was very disappointing on seeing the first time seeing Big Daddy in action, and it was just. I wanted more from Big Daddy. I wanted more into it. I wanted like at least another 10 minutes or so, but it was just disappointing. So I gave it 0.5. Honestly, I was questioning myself if I should just give it a 0 entirely, because honestly, in my opinion, I
was thinking about that too.
Honestly, I was questioning the fact if that actually counts as a match, because it was really disappointing.
Again, my reasoning: there were moves, things were done.
Yes, but if you're not familiar with the moves, you will never know if that was good or not.
Yeah, but
I personally think there could have been more moves.
Yes. Yes. Look, I'm not saying this match was great. Do I wish they had time for a proper match? Yes, but look, we had to have a 20-minute Vince McMahon talking segment, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? And we had like that. Do you know the CM Punk match was originally going to be 15 minutes, but they needed that time to play Motorhead 5 times.
Boo!
Sorry.
Right, I'll even it up a wee bit. I still rate that 0.5, but I'll rate the Vince McMahon segment -2.
Nah.
Yeah. So I don't think we rate segments. Not yet.
Nah, we don't
There's
rate
some
segments. Now, we tend not to worry about segments, but we just
Depends what's.
It's just like, I think the segments don't count because we just like people either congratulating or challenging people, or in Jamie's case, being turned on by women splashing themselves with water.
You know, I was going to mention the who's it? William Regal.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't even going to mention Candice LeRae. Candice Michelle, but
yeah,
thank you,
you're
right?
welcome, Nick.
Okay, this is one I need to ask. Did you get an ad for the SmackDown next week promoting the Brothers of Destruction versus MVP and Matt Hardy?
No.
Oh.
No.
Basically, they're saying next week on SmackDown, Matt Hardy and MVP are going to fight Undertaker and Kane.
Oh, I wish I did see that though. That could be awesome.
Oh yeah, did we not tell you yesterday, like last time at Unforgiven, in kayfabe, Undertaker and Kane are brothers.
Oh, that's cool.
Undertaker.
Have they not got a new thing coming on the network?
Oh yeah, the 30 Days of the Undertaker.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
It was 30 days down
They're previewing another thing. They're previewing a Brothers of Destruction thing.
Might watch that. All right. And now it's time for the match, for the segment we're all here for. Pizza eating contest.
It's my match tonight.
Of course it is. Of bloody course it is. It's a pizza.
6 stars.
6 1/4 stars. Needed more tomatoes. But anyway, we've got a pizza eating contest.
More sweet corn.
No sweet corn. Get that shit in your shit's awful. But anyway, Melina comes out. Isn't it a little sad that a couple of months ago she was the women's champion, and now she's here counting pizza.
Yeah, how the mighty have fallen.
Then Maria comes out, and basically Taz says that they're going to keep count of the amount of pie that's eaten. I had a very, very crude comment, but screw it, I'll embrace my inner Jamie. That's apparently what we're calling it now. Let's just say I'd like to eat some of their pie.
Oh, jeez.
Then Matt Hardy and MVP come out. MVP does his usual shtick, where he's like, "I'm
He's all
telling you."
talk, but he is not skilled in anything.
And then they have the pizza eating contest. Matt is drinking water. That is the last thing you want to do when you're doing an eating contest. Water is the last thing you want to drink. Because like it like reacts with the yeast and it basically gets bigger inside your stomach, so you become more full.
Yeah, I should know. I drink 5 bottles of water a day.
Yes, I'm aware.
Very full.
See, that's why when I have pizza eating contests, I drink sulfuric acid. Sponge right through the throat. But
that's why I don't have pizza eating contests.
Yeah, I just like eating them. I don't like competitions on them.
Oh no, you guys don't understand that when we do our trip of America and we go to Chicago, we are fucking having a pizza eating contest.
Ah, jeez. Okay? I'm gonna throw up in
I'll
the
get.
minute.
Have you seen the size of the?
Look.
Have you seen the size of the pizzas? They're like the same size as a washing machine.
Yeah. Look, we'll get Maria and Melina to come out. They'll come out of retirement and count pizzas for us. Okay? I'm sure we can.
But they're all right with me. As long as I've got one hand, they can count.
Oh, no.
And they can play rock, paper, scissors with the other hand.
Oh, Ryan, at least he said that instead of what went into my head. My head was way darker.
Oh, jeez. James, my God.
Yeah. Matt Hardy wins 2-0.
Just click. Like, sorry, James, I just clicked to what you were talking about there.
Look, we know that's what they're doing.
That is dark.
But anyway, Matt Hardy wins 2-0, except if you looked at that, MVP ate 2 pizzas. So it is a draw, okay? No, MVP got screwed. And then Matt Hardy throws up on MVP, which is disgusting, but then it also means MVP won, because if you throw up during a
after disqualified. I was surprised they never said that. I'm surprised. Oh, he's just throwing up an MVP. That is a disqualification right there and then.
The ref can do like the whole pointing thing, like call for the bell and all that shit.
Oh, did they really have to show it in slow motion 3 times? I mean, come on, that was mean.
Vince probably found it hilarious. That's why they did it.
Vince probably goes jolly.
Yeah. Oh God!
But then, our next match is. Well, okay, we kind of cut through it, but there was a segment beforehand.
But can I just say, the pizza's
good. It's Chicago. Chicago and New York are the best pizzas ever. Yeah, a segment we kind of ran through was when Vince said, "Oh, you were meant to have a match against Umaga. You're still having a match against Umaga, Triple H, and it's going to be for the WWE Championship."
Yeah, I just thought, whoa, no, that's a twist.
Our next match is Triple H versus Umaga for the WWE Championship. My note: Umaga runs into the corner, Triple H dodges it and hits him with the pedigree. 1, 2, 3. This match was a one-sided beat down, and then Triple H won 1 star.
Interesting. Well, for me, I thought it was very good. I liked Triple H's rope flip dodge for Umaga's charging. I thought that was nice. And Umaga's body slams. I mean, Triple H just rolling there, just like, I could feel it. That big body crushing his bones. I just thought, oh, wow. And Umaga throwing Triple H through the stands of the audience. I just thought, oh my God, is he actually going to land on top of some of the audience members? I just thought, oh boy, this is getting out of hand. And people are probably wanting to ask for autographs while they're doing it. Just like, oh God. But then Triple H's pedigree on Umaga, getting him the win. It was very entertaining, so I gave it a 2 out of 5.
I'm kind of between.
Jamie?
What do you got, Jimmy?
But it was not the worst one tonight. I give it a 1.5.
I am the heel now.
Jesus the heel! Jesus the heel!
Alright, fine. I'll be the heel for this match. What have I been for the last 3 matches? Oh yeah, higher rating than all of yous.
Wrong! I did
Except
4
the
out of
first
5
one.
at the beginning.
Except the first one. Right. With it, did you then get like a whole bunch of codes showing up and it was like the Save Us code?
Nope.
I can't
It just went
remember.
to the segment of the Great Khali meditating.
Alright, yeah. So then we get like Great Khali meditating. Nothing much. Basically.
Asking the gods and he will rise above.
See, they had like a bit where the translator started speaking Hindu when Khali like woke up, and I kind of thought like they were going to do like a gimmick where like the translator speaks English until Khali notices, and it's like no, won't speak English, please, no, doesn't.
Yeah.
I rated this 5 out of 5.
But then our next match is Rey Mysterio versus Finlay.
What was interesting about this one? It didn't actually have a title match. It was just straight into the wrestlers coming in and then just the bell ringing. It wasn't actually for anything. It was just a normal match. I thought that, that's a nice change.
Yeah. Nope. But anyway.
I noticed that as well. I thought there was going to be build up.
Interesting. This is just going to be a normal one-on-one match. I just thought, interesting. A bit dull, but all right.
Ryan, this match was not dull.
No, the match itself was not dull. I can agree on that. The fact was that it was just a normal match that didn't have a title on it. I mean, like, it wasn't going to be like a man in the cage or heavyweight or championship or any of that stuff. It was just walk in and do the match. But I did not expect it to be so good, though. I was happy it was still good.
No, they probably looked at those two and went, wow, you two are so smooth together. Yeah, you two are having a match. Because that is my first note on this match. These two are so smooth with each other. Like, there is no fuck-ups here. They know exactly what they're doing. And wow. Finlay uses the canvas, he uses like the canvas as a weapon. Like, he covers Mysterio's head in and starts hitting him. And it's like, this is so good. Rey then goes for a 619 and Finlay just runs and decapitates Mysterio with a clothesline. Or a lariat.
Yeah.
There is a lovely bit where Finlay takes off the turnbuckle so the ref is distracted. Then he goes to get a shillelagh and attack Mysterio. It's like, that's a lovely little touch. It's very nice. Nice. Rey, and then later on, Finlay's like on the outside, and then like Rey kicks his knee down, and he hits him. He like hits him with a reverse 619. It's so cool. And then Rey then hits him with a guillotine leg drop on the outside, which was that shit was beautiful. And then Finlay falls down and he plays dead. The ref puts up the cross.
I saw, yes, oh my God.
And then they kind of play this very seriously, and I have a note here that says, for fuck's sake, they're doing the Owen voice.
All right.
Jamie doesn't know what Ryan doesn't know what the Owen voice is. Jamie does. Because, how do I describe the Owen voice? The Owen voice is what JR said at Over the Edge 99 when he had to tell like the people listening on pay-per-view essentially that one of the wrestlers has just died.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like and ever since then, if they want anything to be vaguely serious, like they'll make the voice a bit lower and all of that, and it's basically like I hate to call it the Owen voice. I really do because it lowers the impact of what happened. But you have no other word for it, and I don't know. It's very annoying. Then
that's the only thing I remember.
And then, oh no,
I've never watched it again.
No, like
that's.
I was surprised they went they were taking it so seriously because when the ref asked the Miz to get the gurney, you saw Finley's head look up and then just lie back down again.
Yeah, but that was just I think that was just like for the audience to be like, okay, he's not actually hurt.
Right. Okay.
I think it's just kind of no, he's not actually hurt. This is just him doing it to distract Ray, because then Finley gets up from the gurney and attacks Ray. And during all of that, I didn't get the full quote. I tried to listen to it a couple of times, but essentially JBL mentions car bombs in Ireland. Yeah, that's something you'll kind of get a lot of times in Finley matches. You'll get random things about the IRA.
Oh, right.
It's very weird listening to non-British people, like especially Americans, try to explain like the whole thing with Ireland. Very weird. Like, I remember I saw one saying like, "Oh, he's from Southern Ireland," and it's like, no, mate, no. But anyway, hey, after all that weird shit, this match was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It ended too soon, and I wasn't a huge fan of the finish because I think they went a bit too long with it. I feel like you could have just had it just as much if he was just pulled a little bit forward and then attacked Ray, but I gave this a 4 out of 5.
Whew.
I loved this match.
All right, Jamie?
I did like it. I got to the point where I didn't even care who won.
Oh, wow.
I gave it
Why, is there something going wrong with your microphone, Jamie? Because you're breaking up some of the time. Ah, right, there we go.
I mean, Chris, so maybe that's what it is.
Right.
And you're not sharing?
I'll finish the one.
Yeah.
Wait, one more.
Always share with James, your Chris. Jamie,
Chili heat with blew. Yeah, blew my mouth off.
All right. While Jamie deals with his crisps, what did you rate this match, Ryan?
Yeah, I liked it as well. I was scared that it was just going to be a normal match. We weren't going to get a lot, and I was mostly scared because it was a Rey Mysterio match, and I just really thought, oh no, are they going to not get any good moves in there? But no, I was very surprised. They managed to get lots of moves, and the wee touches with the bars and the back turns, and Rey Mysterio doing a reverse 619. I just thought, wow, didn't think that was even possible. So I liked it very well too. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 as well.
All right.
I agree with what Ryan said there. I didn't expect much yet. We need build up or nothing.
Oh, definitely. Also, I kind of like Rey Mysterio walking in wearing a skull mask underneath his actual mask. I just thought I thought, wow.
Hi.
Okay, here's something I wanted to ask. Don't you think it's a little weird that you're using a fake injury story when, like, 6 days ago, their top champion got injured for real?
Aye.
It's like, And also, I'm really surprised we saw the ref put up the cross, because I didn't actually think they ever did that in, like, for character. I thought he'd just be like, get a gurney. Like, I didn't think he'd put up the cross.
Aye, because remember King of Ring? Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that famous
the Owen
King of
pile
Ring.
driver that broke Austin's neck.
Aye, there's been instances where somebody's really been hurt, but there's no put the X up. And I think it's there was one that was Mick Foley. Did they put the X up there? But
when he.
I don't agree with putting the X up if
because
there's not a serious injury. They could sit there and say, right, we've got this other thing you do. I don't care if they stand like somebody scored a touchdown. Just do something, but don't put the X up, because then everybody gets panicked and worried up, especially in this year. I mean, we know what happened months before that.
Shit.
So everybody's going to get panicked and everything else. So
because because fans aren't told that's what the X means. We've only been told that because wrestlers have come out and did shoot interviews and said, yeah, if the ref puts up the X, that's him telling, like, the people in the back, someone's fucked up. Like, yeah. But all right. Our next match is
actually. Can I say one more thing? I forgot to say about this. When they were taking Finlay on the gurney, Rey Mysterio actually looked really worried, because I think he was actually really concerned about if he actually did something wrong to Finlay. He was feeling really guilty.
I know this probably isn't the case, but I want to pretend it is. I want to pretend that wasn't the original finish that they had planned. Finlay just did that for a joke.
Oh, dirty.
So it's like, oh, you're going to see but then, I will fall out of the ring, and then I'll be like, no, I'm actually injured. Help, I'm injured. And then they'll do that. I don't know.
That's a dirty joke.
It probably isn't.
You've got to love the Irish charm.
That is just dirty.
And next, speaking of dirty.
Oh no!
Right.
Oh right, you can just say take that any better.
You keep throwing them, I'll keep banning them out the park. But our next match is Beth Phoenix versus Candice Michelle.
I did not even mean that. I didn't even mean it. So holy crap, I am good with words, even though I sometimes I actually do not mean them. So
does it?
Yeah, I'm proud.
I didn't even know it all. Looked at my notes there.
No, Ryan, don't be proud. You didn't mean that, and it would not have mattered if I didn't hit out of the park. So you don't get any pride. I get the pride. I'm the one.
I'm still taking us, and you can just be quiet.
You know what it was like? It was like somebody had written a script.
Yeah.
This timing was just so perfect.
Fine, but I'll still say that I should get all the points for that because I scored the home run.
Whatever keeps you happy.
Yes, the University of the podcast is now scripted.
Yeah, the whole time. Like, seriously, behind the scenes, me and Ryan hate each other. Like, we had a fight in the locker room 2 nights ago. Like, so, yeah. Whole thing scripted. But my first note is Beth Phoenix finally has her theme song. She finally had. I'm pretty sure she's now fully the Glamazon that I remember her being, and it's very good. And then Candice comes out as an angel.
Yeah, what?
Jamie, I'm going to leave the floor to you, Jamie, because
yes. Let's see what Jamie has to say.
I did not understand that. I'm with you. I did not. Yeah, I just. What the hell is this? This match, I don't know. This match was.
Nah.
I didn't get any much. But I will say this much.
Oh yeah,
Beth
definitely.
Phoenix
we said
deserved
that. We
to
said
win.
that last time.
I
know, but
she definitely deserved it this time, and this is coming from me, who tends to hate the female
Anyway.
matches, but she definitely deserved it this time.
Yeah. The match happens, and Candice hits a crossbody, and I was expecting JR to say again, "Oh, just as good as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat." You know, if you want to hear how bullshit that is, go back to episode 1, Vengeance, 2007.
every time JR says that, it annoys
Beth
me
Phoenix hits the
so
perfect
much.
plex for the free. I know it's a fisherman suplex. Jamie knows why it's called the perfect plex. Ryan will know why it's called the perfect plex when we cover Mr. Perfect.
Good.
I can't wait.
then-
I can't wait. You know one segment we're good to
Which
put
one?
in.
There's a ton of good Mr. Perfects.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's no actually a Mr. Perfect one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Crap is
that.
crap.
But my point only went to when he turned face, but no. Also,
Oh, you know what I seen the other day?
yeah.
Remember the bit you were talking about with his towel?
Yeah.
With turnbuckle and he just threw it back? I don't know, I seen it the other day.
Basically, Ryan, what happens is Mr. Perfect came out with a towel, and what he did is just under his arm, he threw it. Didn't look where it went, and it landed perfectly what totally meant on his opponent's shoulder.
Damn!
And then he just looked at it, and then he just gave himself a wee smile just while he was going up. Like, he was like, oh, okay, that's great. I'm incredible.
Nice. Yeah, I would do the same. I would have done the same.
Because I watched it with Becky, and she said, oh, that's like a 1 in a billion chance. And then I just said, yeah, but for Mr. Perfect, it's a 1 in 1 chance because he's perfect. And then, okay, did anyone else think the promo that Beth cut after she won the title was weird? Because the words she said, they were a heel promo, as in like, I'm great, I'm incredible, I'm this. But the way she said it is how you'd say it if like a babyface finally won the title, like they had been chasing it for months and they had finally did it, and it's a big happy moment, but it's like she's kind of heel promo, but it's like as a face, it was weird.
Yeah.
Well, back like 3 days later, slight technical issues, terribly sorry. But we were on the Beth Phoenix Candice Michelle match, and basically we were saying promo was very weird. Like, you know, it's a heel promo, but you cut it as a face, and like Beth deserved to win this. I say Beth should have won, you know, last month, but hey ho, what are you gonna do? I said this match was okay, and I gave it 3 out of 5. Is it? Well, what did you two rate this? Is this going to be another? Oh, you fucking hated it, and I absolutely loved it.
Well, let's see, Jamie.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. I gave it 1.5.
1.5. Interesting.
I just.
Oh,
I don't know what it is. It's just see the women's matches around by this time. I mean, who have you got that can honestly go Beth Phoenix? You know,
Victoria and Mickie James.
The ones the ones Ryan's seen for the last since started this. As much as I like to say, Michelle and all these ones, half of them can't quite sleep. You know, I mean, they're just there for their looks and their, you know what? Because Vince has got us eye for the ladies. That's what I put it in there. I'm not being picky, but it's no looks that make a wrestler. Just look at me.
And this has been Jamie's talk about women's wrestling. We've had this every single episode. Like, I feel like that's one of the cornerstones of our podcast. Like, the 3 pillars would be me giving match ratings way higher than used to, making me question myself.
It makes us question you.
Ryan, yeah. Ryan slowly improving, and by slowly I mean very well, actually. I was expecting him to be much slower than he actually has been. And Jamie's, like, women's wrestling, it gets good. It's just not for another 7 years. Alright. So we've had 1.5 from Jamie, a 3 out of me, and of course we know Ryan rated this 6 out of 10. Technical masterpiece.
Jeez. Well, again, I am along with Jamie's rating. Honestly, the women's fights no different from what I see in the high school garden when a girl and other girl start punching each other over the bridges. So there's no much difference into it, and I gave it 0.5 out of 5.
Well done, Ryan.
Ryan's a heel. But anyway, here was something I wanted to bring up. I have 2 talking points.
Right.
I thought about this, and I want to ask if you to agree with it.
Okay.
Is this the best women's match we've had so far? Because, like, the other 2 women's matches we've had are the 2 matches with Candice and Melina, and then the 1 match with Candice and Melina, the Battle Royal.
Yeah,
we did have 2 with Candice and Melina, I'm sure that.
Oh yeah.
And then
it was.
Beth Phoenix last one as well.
Yeah, we've had 2 with Candice Melina. We had that Divas Battle Royal, and then we had the match last month with Beth, and then we had this match.
Aye.
Is this the best one?
I think, in my opinion, the Battle Royale was the best for me. Well, at least there was more stuff happening in that. So,
Really, as I said, I think that's the worst one we've had.
Really?
I don't know. See, if you took the winner for this match and made Beth win the last match they had.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe that would have been better. I'll echo Ryan. I enjoyed the Battle Royal more than I enjoyed this.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a do because it was all women, but
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna. James, you know the shit we've got to come across. You know, we've got your Kelly. We've still got all them going to be filtering through. Poor Ryan was banging his head off a wall.
Yep. Here's what I'm gonna say.
just thank God we're past the brand panty matches and all that.
To be honest, I wish we were at that time. At least we'd have some excitement. Ba-bum. But here's what I'm going to say. Beth Phoenix is a shining grace in this women's division. She is like one of the only ones who can actually work.
Yeah, I see that.
What you mean, James, is she is the women's division. She's the only one there, basically.
Yeah.
She could go on a 3-year run with that title. Wouldn't surprise me.
Because if I remember correctly, Victoria is leaving very soon, and Mickie James, I don't really think she ever really goes back on pay-per-view until like 2009 when they do the Mickie James stuff. Like, Michelle McCool is around, but she's not the good women's wrestler she becomes.
This era, Beth Phoenix against any other one is like
The
it's like
match-
Incredible Hulk versus Cinderella.
Pretty sure that's a comic somewhere.
No.
Yeah, but
No, there's not.
But no,
Vince McMahon's editor.
here's what I brought up for our talk about women's wrestling matches. We don't talk about it like it's a match between one-on-one. We see, okay, how well did Beth Phoenix carry this person? How well did Beth carry this person to a half decent match? And like, I don't want to do that. I really don't, because it feels unfair. But when you think about like basically what we're going to be dealing with, that pretty much is true.
It's different for us. We know what the women's division comes to be.
Yeah, like like 2 years ago from our current timeline, from like right now when we're recording, 2 years ago we had the first ever women's main event of WrestleMania.
Exactly. So, right.
Also,
see if you showed Ryan the women's matches now, he would enjoy them a lot more than these ones.
I would.
Oh,
so I'd like to hope so, because honestly, I always feel bad. I'm always saying that the women's matches aren't as entertaining as the men's matching, and I just want to.
Right.
I really want to enjoy it. I just want to enjoy the.
James, have you got time for this match?
No, I didn't take times, but I'm assuming it was about 5 minutes.
And then, just years ago, remember on NXT and Takeover, you had Takeover. You had
30-minute Iron Man matches.
Exactly. So there it goes. There's an extra 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'll swear, Rhino and the Bailey Sasha one was really edge of your seat stuff. I think Ryan would enjoy things like that. But these matches, for him just getting in, starting to watch it, it's a bit of, what the hell is this?
I think it's just a waiting period. If we can wait basically 7 years, then it's good.
What?
Yeah, 2014.
Don't forget, we'll be adding another when they start the takeovers.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing the takeovers. Like
the early ones, they're really quite good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all takeovers are good. But anyway, I found the match time. Beth Phoenix, Candice Michelle was 4 minutes 32. It was the second shortest match on the show after CM Punk versus Big Daddy V, which was 1.5 minutes.
Oh wow!
See, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, Ryan's just coming into this, and he's getting these wee short. I hate saying it, short, stupid matches. That's basically what the women's division matches are around this time. But if you just wait, honestly, Ryan, if you wait it, just stick it out with the women, it gets so much better. Hell in a Cells and everything.
Basically, it's just waiting. It's just going to have to be a waiting game right now.
Well, we're waiting a long time for this to be over, so what's another thing added to the list?
All right. And here was something I just realized.
Yeah.
And by just realized, I mean yesterday. For some reason, when I was driving home from work, it just popped into my head. This is the first title reign that has started and ended on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, because we've had a couple of other champions, but this is that have started, but their reigns didn't.
Oh, this is the first one. They've actually won the title on the show that we watched,
and then they've lost it on the show that we've. Because think about it. MVP, he was the United States champion before our timeline. John Cena, champion before our timeline. Jeff Hardy, still the Intercontinental Champion, but Umaga was the champion before the timeline. This is the first champion reign that has started and ended by our timeline.
Oh, wow. That's pretty interesting, actually.
Didn't think it would be this one. But, yeah. So it's like, one of the things I wanted to do, like, whenever we had a title reign start and end, was more or less a talk about the reign and was it good. I think what we can say about Candice Michelle's reign is it's as good as it's going to be. Because, like, Beth just came in. Like, she debuted, like, a couple of months ago, and then almost right away faced Candice for the title. So, and before that, she just didn't have any competition. So it's like, it was a terrible reign, but you couldn't do anything better.
Yeah.
So
Candice doesn't. I don't mean to be nice, but I don't think she's got the skills, the wrestling ability to have a great run as a champion.
No.
To be honest with you.
Also,
as much as she's good with a bottle of water, it's different with a title wear.
Oh yeah, her like 10-minute classic with the ball of water.
You know what I had, and you know I was thinking about with. Have you seen the film Friday?
No, but I needed to. Yeah, I know about the damn.
I was going to stick out right after that.
Wait, are you talking about the? I know this. I know that movie. Yeah, isn't that the two black men movie that always say "damn" in like every sentence they say? Yes. I loved that movie. I especially love the damn where they're looking at the guy's eye and they just go completely damn. I just love it. I laugh my head off every time I see it.
Also, something I just realized because I was looking at the page because I wanted to make sure this was right. Candice Michelle, we're not going to see her for like a year.
Really? Oh wow.
Because like a couple of weeks later, she faces Becky Lynch on Raw in a rematch for the title, and she falls off the ropes and like lands on her neck.
Is that the move? That the move at the turnbuckle?
Yeah, like she hits her head off the turnbuckle and she's out for a year. Like, honestly, I think her comeback is No Mercy 2008. So, like, genuinely, like, we don't see her for a year. So, yeah. In
fact, you know what in fact, I'll speak about it after. Yeah.
Right. Now, does anyone have anything else before we go to the Punjabi prison match with Great Khali versus Batista?
No, I'm ready to go into this particular match. It was a nice change to see. This was my first time seeing a cage match, so I'm very excited to say what I feel about this.
Why is everything you start with the worst version of everything?
I don't know. It's just coincidence, I should say. It's just a coincidence.
It's like your first battle royal was the terrible women's battle royal. Your first cage match is a Punjabi prison match.
Yeah,
like
I think.
Actually,
well, you know what the saying goes. You leave the best for last.
I actually can't wait until we get to the Royal Rumble.
Oh, I'm excited to see the Royal Rumble. Oh, I'm excited to see that.
If I remember correctly, that's actually a good Rumble.
That's what I was thinking.
Wait, it's the 2008 one where it ends up being Shawn and Taker, and then the two of them just have a match for like 10 minutes. Is that the Rumble I'm thinking of, or is that the 2007 one?
I'm trying to think. Wait, because did it no? Did one no end? I know one ended with Undertaker won it, and then basically it was the two that ended the year before started the next year.
Okay, it's the 2007. Yeah, it's the 2007 one because Taker wins that one, and I know who wins the 2008 Rumble, but no telling Ryan. Spoilers. I feel like River Song.
Oh, I love River Song.
Yeah, but okay. The promo makes you feel like Unforgiven was a one-on-one match. Like, that promo had no mention of Mysterio at all.
It was a big surprise to me when he appeared.
They spent...
That's one thing I put. Where was Ray? Didn't they? Mention it. Doesn't even matter if he had how many hits in the match. He was still in the match, yeah. So why?
They spent what feels like 20 minutes explaining the rules of this match. No, like, honestly, I'm not making this up. I was watching this with Becky, and basically what happened was they were explaining the rules. I got up, went and made her a cup of tea, handed her a cup of tea, and they were still explaining the rules. Basically, there are two cages. Both of them are made of bamboo. Our cage is 20 feet tall. The other one is 16 feet tall. You have 4 doors around each corner of the cage. Not the corner, middle bit. Don't care. You can call for it to be opened, and a ref will open it. You have 1 minute to escape that cage door. When that door is closed after the minute, it's locked shut. The only way to win the match is by escaping both cages. There.
You did that in 1 minute.
Yeah, but like they do in the big announcer voice where it's like, there are no disqualifications, there are no pinfalls, there are no submissions. Basically, I'm just wasting time so we can make sure that we set this up properly. What? It's secure? All right, here, this, and this. Okay, go, Batista, come out. Now, what if I told you the only reason they ever made this match? What if I told you they made a toy?
Really?
See, that's another reason why you should love wrestling, Ryan. It's like everything else you love. It was designed to sell toys.
I only like one other thing that was
advertising
toys. I only like one other thing that's like that. The rest of them, well, I don't know if
really
count.
I was gonna say Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, on Power Rangers, Ben 10. I would say so. It's designed to sell something else.
That's more collectibles, so. Like comics.
I would still say so. But anyway, it was designed to sell a toy, and then
I'm actually saying nothing because I actually bought some of the toys.
Oh, trust me. Like, when we start hopefully making money off this, I want to make like a whole podcast we table, and I want to have like some wee wrestling toys, and one of them will be the Punjabi prison. I will have that set up. So Batista comes out, Great Khali comes out, and the match starts. Khali hits a Dragon Rana, and he jumps off the top rope, and he hits a springboard crossbody. Batista catches him in a 360 Frankensteiner. Then we get a Steiner recliner, suplex, Dragon Rana, Shining Wizard, a Keen Sasha, reverse into a Hurricane Rana, the usual stuff. Is what I think's happening, because I can't see shit in this match. Like, this, it's like, okay, not only do we have one layer of something blocking your view, you have 2 layers of things blocking your view. Like, I would hate to be an audience member during this match.
If you were in the front row,
you could not see
screwed.
Shit. And also, my explanation of that match would have been so much better. Because allow me to tell you how this match went. Punch, 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 punch. Calls the door, grabs the leg, punch, 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 punch. Door closes. Repeat 4 times. Every once in a while, hit a big move. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, you
can't.
forgot about the climbing part at the end, but pretty much.
Yeah, but we hadn't got to the end. But then the ending is Batista. Khali has a head start, climbs up. Batista. In my one other note I took about this match, because my notes went, and what if I told you they made a toy out of this, and then to the ending where Batista jumps from one cage to another.
Loved
That's
that.
cool.
Absolutely loved that. I didn't think he was actually going to be. I really thought. I said to myself when I was watching it, I really hope that he jumps from one to the other, because that's the only way he's going to be able to catch up to Khali. And when he actually did it, I just thought, yes, that is how you save yourself.
Am I the only one who kind of wanted to see, like, if he fell, if he didn't catch properly and like fell off, like what were they going to do? Was like Khali gonna have to like climb back down and fight him in between the cages, or like was like Khali gonna go into business for himself and climb down? It's like I kind of wanted to see him fall. I kind of wanted to see what they were going to do with that.
He tried to look over at Batista, slipped, got his leg stuck, and overreacted on trying to get his leg out or something.
Oh, you think Khali could do that? He can barely walk. He can't sell. But anyway,
you know, if it was anybody else, that would have been one hell of a good call.
Oh yeah,
that would have been a good call actually.
Didn't they do that with the Brett?
I did not expect that, because obviously Ryan's new to it.
No, Here's the thing. In secret, I've told Ryan to just watch Brett and Owen matches. Basically, something we're definitely covering is the rivalry between Bret Hart and his younger brother, Owen Hart. And basically, what you said is kind of similar to their steel cage match, where basically both of them are fighting at the end of the cage, and Bret kicks Owen's leg, and Owen gets his leg caught in the cage, and Bret just climbs down and wins. It's an okay steel cage match. It goes on for 30 minutes.
Wow.
But anyway, this match was hell. I did not like this match. I gave this a 1 out of 5.
Wow.
Wow. I didn't think it was as bad as some other ones.
It's definitely better than the other ones we've seen tonight. At least some of them.
If I had to pick, you said to me, you can pick this, the women's match, CM Punk, or Triple H and Omega. This would win it for me. I'm happy Batista kept the title. Really, I can't even remember this match. Well, I couldn't even remember this match until I started watching it. That's when I remembered it.
I just have this image of you watching it, not really focusing, and then when you saw you had like Vietnam flashbacks. No, it's this match.
I've got a groundbreaker for the next pay-per-view. I'll tell you then. But
sorry.
I feel so bad. I feel shit soon. I gave it a 3.
Nice.
Oh. All right then. And Ryan.
James is choked on his juice.
I genuinely did. Like, you nearly killed me. But, Ryan, for some obscure reason, you absolutely love these two. Yes, I know why. We've gone through it for like the last... Since Great American Bash. Since Great American Bash, we've done this story over and over again. We know why you love them. I disagree. I think Khali is terrible and Batista's good if he has a good opponent. Like, just give this 5 stars.
Don't
already
worry,
so
I didn't give it a full marks because, as you said, the was very difficult to see.
Give
so
it 7.
that was a bit of a downer.
True.
But for my first ever cage match, I enjoyed it, and the ways they were preventing each other from escaping the cages, and the way Batista just jumped all the way to the other cage and actually coming up from behind, because I actually thought Khali was actually going to win that match before Batista did that jump, and the way they were the climbing out and just holding each other, just trying to drag the other down. I just thought it was very competitive, so I gave it a 3 out of 5 as well.
I know it's going to be the heel for Matt, but
2 in one show, James. You're the heel twice in one show.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be the heel the third time. I got some shit to say about the main event, but before that,
before we go on to that, you know what I noticed the other night, and the next time I get paid on the 13th of November. Well, I don't know why I'm telling you that. I am going to try and book this. Remember the travel thing we got done?
Yeah.
I'm going to get another one done. And Ryan might like this. I'm going to try it. Hopefully he does it. It's going to be the Great Khali.
Just be like, my classic 60-minute matches with Batista. Because as we all know, they are... No, how does something be like, yes, I agree with Ryan. My matches with Batista were always the best matches of the night. That's great.
I did look for Batista, but he's not on it, so...
He's too busy being in Marvel movies. He doesn't need that shit.
He's got his own image in Marvel.
Avengers
I don't want to break away from the subject, right? You both watch him. I watch him too. What do you think of Batista and Falls in the Marvel?
He is
as an actor.
They have in the Marvel movies. They know exactly what to do with him. Be funny, do some action stuff, and every once in a while give him the serious stuff. But they know how to use him to his strengths. He's not overly serious. He's not overly funny, and he's not like the big action star. They balance the three things very well, I would say. And also, Batista did essentially what The Rock has done in half the time, and I would say that he's a bigger star than The Rock.
I will be honest with you. See when the first came out, he was going to be in them. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a big mistake. I thought he's going to just make an absolute dick himself. Mm-hmm. But he's proved me wrong. I mean, just like John Cena.
Yeah. I originally thought when they said, "Oh, he's going to play Drax," I thought he was going to essentially be silent, big, tall, punches a guy, maybe says like 5 words in the movie, but he wasn't going to really speak a lot. But no, he's very good, and we will probably be watching some Batista movies, because one of the things I want to do is that I want us to essentially watch every movie with a wrestler in it.
Suburban Commando.
Yes! Oh, we're going to...
Technically, it's got 2 wrestlers, hasn't it? Because it's got The Undertaker in it.
Yeah, it's got Hogan and Taker.
Gremlins 2. It's got Hulk Hogan on for like 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Like, no, because I'm always fascinated about wrestlers who go into movies, because most of the time they're terrible, but every once in a while you get some good stuff. Like, you get Batista, and you get The Rock, and you get now Cena.
Playing a drug dealer.
Yeah, but anyway, here's something I wanted to ask.
Don't ask me the name of the film, because I don't know. I walked into my mum's bit and she was watching it. Cena's as a drug dealer. I don't know what it is.
We'll probably find it because I'll be looking at the IMDb pages and seeing what movies we can and can't review. But two things I wanted to say. One thing about Ryan, because you said, "Oh, this is your first cage match and you had fun." Allow me to put this in retrospect for you to understand. This would be like your first experience with Dragon Ball being Dragon Ball Evolution.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the level of disappointment this is. So yeah, you think this is good? Oh, just wait until we see some good cage matches.
James.
Yeah?
James, if you were to recommend one cage match, cell match, whatever, with metal, no bamboo, because obviously that's the only one. What one would you recommend to Ryan?
Wait, does that include Hell in a Cell matches?
Yeah.
Either Undertaker HBK Bad Blood 97 or Undertaker Mankind Bad Blood 90. No, King of the Ring 98.
You just mentioned the two of them. I had the two in my head. I was hoping you would have mentioned one of them, and I would have mentioned the other one.
Or
you just threw me out of the game.
It's not talked about as much, but we get a Hell in a Cell. SummerSlam 2008, we get Edge versus The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match, and if I remember correctly, that match is very good. And if I remember correctly, Undertaker chokeslams Edge, and he goes through the ring, and it's implied that he's gone to hell because a fireball comes out the ring.
Aye, that's right. Aye.
You're in hell now. Yeah,
I quite enjoyed the. I think it was 3 stages of hell. Triple H and Cactus Jack.
Oh no, it wasn't 3 stages. You had the match at Royal Rumble, and then you had No Way Out, their Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, that's right.
I thought when you said 3 stages of hell, my mind instantly went to Triple H Austin.
Aye.
I can't remember. Everything I read about that match is you either get 2 lines. You either get it was a great match that had a terrible ending, or it was a terrible match, it went on way too long, and it had a terrible ending. So, but anyway, here's the one. I could not escape this. It's cage match, escaping, yada yada yada. The doors opening and being open for a minute was fucking stupid for me. Because we knew how this was going to go. Oh, okay, open the door. Oh no, I'm being held back for a minute. The door's closed. Rinse and repeat. So you climb out of both cages. We knew that's what was going to happen. Because that's storytelling 101. And them being open for a minute was way too long. You could have achieved the exact same thing if you had 20 seconds or 10 seconds. You achieve the exact same effect, and it's much better because it's more snappy.
I would admit to that. I would admit to that.
Mm-hmm. Now, do we have anything else before our main event of the evening?
I've said my piece. Just the only thing is, good jumping, Batista.
Yes. You have 2 people who say you did a great jump, and you have 1 person who kind of wanted you to fall just to see what would have happened.
Why do you fall and break your legs? Just for the giggles.
No, I kind of want like a mirror that lets me look into alternate universes, just so I can look into that world where Batista just fucked up the jump and then he fell, just to see what they did. Batista Khali just goes, oh, Batista's injured. I will climb down and attack him. And then Batista beats him, and then Batista slowly climbs up, or it's no, I don't have legs anymore. Help me.
That would be something you would see on Botchamania.
Oh, but yeah, Matthew from Botchamania would love that clip. But anyway, our main event of the evening is Randy Orton versus Triple H, the last man standing match, the WWE
for the WWE Championship.
Randy Orton comes out. Randy Orton comes out. And is it just me, or did Randy Orton change his pants? Like, when he came out, they look. I don't know if it's just how the lighting reflects off, like, the material, but when he came out, it seemed to be black with, like, the red, like, lines for it, but then during the match, it looked gold. I don't know if it's just the lighting, but
probably.
It looked very weird to me. I don't know if he changed it. And then Triple H comes out. Fucking more ahead, for fuck's sake. Look, I know it's time to play the game. Bam, bam. It's all about the game and how you play. I don't want any more Triple H for a year. I'm done with that song. Like, I don't know if he's at Cyber Sunday, but if he's on Cyber Sunday, I'm going to cry. Like, I will just cry when I hear that song. But I have a couple of notes here, and most of them are just me giving out to this match. This match proves the problem with last man standing matches as a whole. You're constantly breaking up the flow for them to count 10 seconds. So it's like, okay, we're doing a big thing. Hit you with a big move. Okay, now wait. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, you're up. Okay, now we can go back. Okay, go. Like, this isn't like other times where, like, you put them in a headlock for like a couple of seconds so you can call the matches, because you're still doing a move. It's still like the flow is still going. It's just lower. This just stops it. Like, the whole flow of the match just constantly keeps stopping over again. The fact that Orton nearly loses this match, as in there are 3 times he gets up at 9. The fact that he nearly loses this match pisses me off to no fucking end. And there is a lovely RKO onto a chair. Triple H gets up from that. Bullshit. You are essentially selling what was a couple of months ago. Randy Orton did that to Cena, and WWE said that he had an injury, as in, like, he didn't have a real one at the time. It was a fake injury they did for the story, but they essentially said Orton nearly broke Cena's arm doing that. And Triple H just like, nope, okay, I'm back up. Yeah, I'm just going to bleed, just have a little bit of blood, but, fuck you. And basically, Triple H eventually loses, even though he should have lost so many more times. This match was meh, but it was a massive ego trip for Triple H. Not only did Triple H win the first match pretty easily, then he won the second match. But apparently, he has a third match, and then and they're still acting like Umaga is a fucking killer. He had a match with Umaga. He should be lucky he can even walk. But he's having a last man standing match with Randy Orton, and he's pushing Randy Orton to his limits. This isn't like, Randy Orton's achieving this level of like, he's really trying. He's earning the victory. No, this looks more like Randy Orton is super weak, and he needs to face Triple H once before and lose, and then have someone else nearly beat Triple H, and then he can win. Like, this isn't crowning your next champion who's going to lead your company. This is essentially like, yeah, this guy's a failure. I genuinely was so annoyed at this match. I gave it a 1.5 out of 5.
Oh, Jesus, you're gonna fucking hate me, pal.
Maybe you weren't as angry at like Triple H constantly getting back up as I was. I was just so pissed at
You know what? I'm used to it. It was quite annoying until we kept coming back. The brawl that they had, that kind of won it for me. And everyone else, I thought, it wasn't the best match I've ever seen. It was by far better than the first one that they had at the beginning, right? And I think they took it out of the score with Triple H getting up too many times. They could have. I mean, they could have took somebody to that match and put some of the time on another match.
This did not need to be 20 minutes.
No, but overall, I thought it was. I think it was an alright match, but I gave it a 3.5.
Yeah, it is.
I guess my highest tonight, actually.
Also, here's something I just thought of. In the first match, Triple H mostly gets beaten down, and when I saw that, I was like, because I knew Triple H had 3 matches this night, and I was like, oh, Triple H is obviously not working so hard because he knows he has 3 matches, so he's like, okay, not go all out on the first one, so in the other 2 matches I'm dead tired, so he doesn't go all out in the first one. Then he spends most of the time in the second one getting beat down, and then he spends most of the third one getting beat down. He doesn't go. Like, I don't want to say it, but it feels like it's kind of like a lazy performance from Triple H. Just like, okay, just keep hitting, just keep pretending to hit me. I'll just be on the ground having a wee lie down, and then like I'll hit you once or twice, ice, and then I'll get up, and then I'll hit you with my move, and then I'll win. I don't know. It just this whole thing annoyed me to no end.
The two of them kind of far better match.
Now,
for me,
what did you think?
I thought it was a really good match. I just thought going all out with a No Mercy. I just thought, OMG, Randy's going to go full monster on Triple H, and I was right. And
this was not Randy full monster. And, FYI, trust me.
Well,
we get Randy full monster.
I thought all the moves were really good, and the fact was they used the chairs and the tables so many times, and the fact that Triple H was all blooded in the face and he would still keep going. I just thought, jeez, that's a lot to take in. So I respected the guys, and it was a really enjoyable match. So I gave it 2.5 out of 5.
I've got to apologise. I sounded so excited when I was doing that. You know why? I put the next paper. I didn't put it on, but I brought the match card up. What matches were on it, and I seen 2 people that are on it that Ryan has not seen.
Spoilers. Don't know.
One is back as a wrestler, and the other one is a referee.
Yeah. Spoilers.
And yeah, I had to put my mic on mute and just say it because I would end up blurting out who 2 were.
Let's just say, I'm a sexy boy. I ain't your boy toy. Ryan has no idea what that means, but Jamie knows what that means. I don't know who it's from,
so that's all I can say.
When we record.
But I want to say something. Ryan is not the only one that's going to get a raw reaction to this pay-per-view, Cyber Sunday. Mm-hmm. I have never watched Cyber Sunday.
No. I knew who comes back,
so
that's it. I've actually never seen the show we're going to be doing.
No, so this is going to be a plain reaction. I've never once watched any Cyber Sundays.
Okay. Here's a question I had, because it was something that came into my head. The story going around is that if Cena didn't get injured, Randy was still going to win this match. They were going to have the last man standing match, and Randy was going to win. And here's the question I asked. Do you think they did this whole thing with Triple H? Comes out, wins the title in the first match, has his match with Umaga that they had advertised, so people knew we were getting Umaga versus Triple H. And then we got Randy Orton and Triple H last man standing main event. Do you think they did this so Randy beat someone? He didn't get the title handed to him. He beat someone to win the title, so it helps make his reign seem bigger. It's not like, oh, I had this title, and then people are like, yeah, but you didn't really earn it. You just got handed to you. That we don't feel like your reign's good. But no, it's like, no, I beat this person. Do you think that's why they did this whole thing?
It makes sense.
It's a good point. That is a good point. But when you think about it, see, they missed a golden opportunity there. When Cena came back, what if they wanted to do Randy Orton versus John Cena? They've got a story there. If Randy had the title, John Cena could just say, didn't win the title.
You never beat me.
Didn't beat me.
I think they do that. I think they do that when Cena returns. If I remember correctly, they do Cena's like, yeah, you only got that title because I was injured. You never beat me. And then they have the match. And then if I remember correctly, the match goes 2 minutes because Randy and Cena start a match. Cena looks like he's winning, and then Randy's like, oh, okay, you look like you're winning. DQ. I'm still champion. Thank you. Because Randy is a bastard, and it's smart. But because the question is, who else is a big name that they could have had Randy beat? Because I don't think they have any.
That was a problem back then. They didn't have many main event players.
No, it's because it's okay, Batista, he's his feud with Cali, so you can't use him. Edge, he's injured. King Booker, he's gone at this point. Lashley's injured. Cena's injured. Taker, they're only using very sparingly. If they use Taker, they're promoting that they're using Taker. You didn't really have anyone who was a credible opponent for Randy to beat. So
no,
that's the fascinating. That's the fascinating thing about the show. Just seeing how they had to change the card so quickly, because they had no time to get ready. They had 6 days to prepare.
Good on them.
That was it. Oh yeah, I didn't like the Triple H ego trip, but I will admit, I would have struggled, because I don't know. But anything else before we?
I now know what you're talking about when you said you think when Cena comes back.
Yeah. Again, spoilers.
Yep, I'm not saying none. But you know what? See, when you look at the pay-per-views we've got, Ryan would like it because we've only got 3, and then it's the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the Royal Rumble is always a good shake-up. Now.
And then there's only 5 till WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, because we're very close to WrestleMania. I'm excited for our first Mania, but this is something I was actually going to ask, maybe at in a pay-per-view or 2. Is Cena missed? I know he's just left, but is Cena missed? As in they were like, oh shit, we need Cena.
I think he was, because they've not got that many big names in that main event spot.
To be honest, I was originally going to ask that in a pay-per-view or 2, after Cena has been properly gone for a couple of months. But I'll ask you that.
Especially when you look at Raw to where it is right now. I don't watch the TV shows.
They're not the best.
That's your area. It looks to me they've not got that many big names to follow that spot. SmackDown, you've got Batista, you've got Great Khali, but they've got the story. So they've no having to say, right, we need to make this brand new story up and blah, 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 blah. They can just continue that story. Whereas with Raw, just Cena going is a mess. And obviously, other people aren't back till later in the year. So
no, I think they had to rush someone back. Like the person who comes back out on next pay-per-view, I think they essentially had to be like, look, I know you were originally meant to have more time off, but we need you back. Cena's gone. Can you please come back and replace Cena for a bit? I feel like it's very quick because the person who comes back on our next pay-per-view, he comes back on the next night on Raw. When they're like, here's Randy Orton, he is the world champion, and then the guy comes back. And I feel like it was very much like yeah, please come back, we need you. But, okay. Do we have anything else before match of the night and MVP?
No, don't know.
All right, then. Ryan, match of the night and MVP.
To the night was the first WWE Championship with Randy and Triple H, because that was good twist to have, and I thought that was a good starting point for us. And my MVP has to go to Triple H because he fought against Randy and Umaga, won both, and even though he had a blooded face, he still went all out with Randy on the third and final match. So Triple H is my MVP.
All right, Jamie, match of the night and MVP.
Well, my MVP is the exact same as Ryan, but my match of the night was the opposite title match. I guess it's the first time I've picked a loser in a match to be MVP, but as Ryan says, it was just...
You do 3 matches, you kind of earn that MVP spot.
Exactly. Yeah, and fair enough, he lost, but props to the guy. He's always been. He always seems to be a workhorse. I mean, me, I would name day 1 match a night, never mind 3.
No.
I would be too tired just walking to the ring. Never mind getting in the ring. Never mind 3 times. So that's.
What about you, James?
I do believe, Eve, that Triple H should be MVP. But I was so pissed off on that final match. Triple H.
I knew there was going to be a butt somewhere.
No. In kayfabe, you've had already a brutal match against Randy Orton, and then you've had a match against a killer. A man who, in story, the only way you were able to even take down was because you kept hitting him in the head with a hammer. So you've had those 2 matches, and then it's like, oh no, I'm going to make Randy work for that match after 20-minute match. I was like, no. This match could have essentially been 5 minutes. It's Triple H comes in, tries, he can't do it. Randy hits him with an RKO. Triple H gets up, he does the crotch chop as in a fuck you, I will fight you till I have, and then Randy beats him. It didn't need to be 20 minutes. And Randy didn't nearly need to lose. I very much know who I'm giving match of the night MVP to. Match of the night goes to Finlay versus Rey Mysterio. And my MVP is Finlay. Everything about him was so fucking good. He was smooth as fucking butter with Mysterio. Even though those are 2 very different wrestling styles, Mysterio's high flyer, where Finlay's wrestling is put you on the ground and just elbow your head down. Those are two different wrestling styles, but they work so well together. And like the little things about like Finlay being like, "Oh, I'm going to undo the turnbuckle. Oh, the ref's distracted. Putting that back. Okay, I'm going to get my shillelagh and hit him." It's little. Pardon me. It's little things like that. But yeah, I gave it to Finlay, and yeah, Cena is. But like that could just be because he was meant to be in a match. Later on, like next month, when they have already decided, they already know. Okay, Cena's gone. We have a month to build something else. What happened? We will see. Is Cena missed from there? But anyway, now we've had the pay-per-view. Now it is time for the real main event of the evening. Basically, what happened is, yes.
Can I just say something quickly? There's 3 events left to 2007. And to be honest with you, I think these 3 events, just by looking at them, will be the 3 that Ryan really enjoys. Because there's 2 returns.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
And there is also a Hell in a Cell. So I think these 3 will probably blow the others out the water for Ryan. Obviously, I think Royal Rumble will blow them all out the water for Ryan, but the excitement about it. I think Ryan will feel the excitement as we get to WrestleMania.
Because we are.
Oh no,
Ryan!
Let's get ready because WrestleMania is a little longer.
These shows have been 3 hours. Get ready for WrestleMania to be nearly 7 hours.
What? I barely have enough hours in the day.
Yeah, WrestleMania is a long show. I don't think our one is going to be long yet. I don't think it's until fairly recently they become long. But anyway, yeah. But now,
right, well,
I think it's just about 3 years or something.
But now let's go. Oh yeah, we're definitely good Hall of Fame.
Obviously, you've got the Hall of Fame as well.
Now it's time for the real main event of our podcast episode, whatever this one is. So, last episode we mentioned how The Undertaker was very much like a comic book character. You could from the comic book know well. Turns out he actually does have a comic. We will be reviewing this later, just so you know. But we came to the idea. Me and Ryan are both big comic fans. Do a pitch for The Undertaker in a comic book. And you're only allowed one pitch, and you have to basically do it very quick. Essentially, it's an elevator pitch. Me and Ryan will both give our pitches, and then Jamie will decide later on, like, who is the winner. So, Ryan, you start.
Okay. Well, this is all. Obviously, I've not seen much of The Undertaker, so if I go a bit off the rails with some of his origin story, please forgive me now. I'm not as well known with The Undertaker because I've only seen him in literally only one match so far. So this is all from what I know of Undertaker so far. So, okay, so The Undertaker, his origins, he's just a normal bloke. He is he's a bounty hunter who rides in the evening to hunt down perps who have wronged people that he's been hired to kill, and he gets lots of money from the buyers. That he's like a bounty hunter for the Old West, and in one of his. And then after he does one of his latest bounty hunts, in my comic, The Undertaker actually has a family. So at the end of that job, the other members of that group actually come down to his house and they burn the house down and try and kill the Undertaker with the family inside. He tries his best to save the family, but all of them get burnt into the flame. But what we see, then after everything burns down, this is like in a comic, we see just a black page, an Undertaker just floating, and you see a black spirit just shining on him, just saying, "You are needed to take revenge on those who have wronged you, and you will be known as the Undertaker." And then the spirit will just zoom right into him, and then the Undertaker will just come out of the rubble, just with one arm up, and just climb himself back up to then realize his family is gone, and he needs to now take revenge on those who killed his family. So
Ryan, you there? Hello? Hello? Oh, Brian's gone. Please come back.
I'm here. I can hear you.
Alright. Starting, restarting.
I will gain vengeance for my family. I will gain vengeance to those who have killed me, and I shall take revenge on all the. Well, I don't exactly know what he's going to say, but he gets a big, inspiring speech. Then he hears a horse neighing, and it's a black, steamy horse that's just come out of the shadows, and he has this feeling that he belongs to this horse. So he goes on top of him and he rides off, and a black shadow just covers both of them, and he zooms so quickly into trying to find all those wrong people. And then when he finds the first wrong person, a black shroud just surrounds them, and the Undertaker just comes out of the shadows, and he just comes all out, and the pupils are at the back of his face, and he's like, "You killed me. You have done the wrong. You may now get revenge for your crime or your sin." I don't exactly know which one is better. And he then lifts his arm up, and he summons fire out of his wrist and on his hand, and he shoots it at the first guy. He dodges it, and he's in fear. And then he controls. He gets flames from both of his arms because the spirit has given him the power to summon fire from his fingertips and his hands, just like the Human Torch. And he can't see where the fireballs are coming from because they're only coming straight at him, and the black shadow is covering him the entire time. And then when he finally faces the Undertaker face to face, he then actually lifts him up and throws him to the corner, and he says, "Your death shall fit the crime." He breathes in, and he has flamethrower breath covering all over the guy, and he just does that to every other bloke that killed him. And one of them is actually in a graveyard because one of the guys is actually paying respects to the guy Undertaker killed, and he can control the headstones in the graveyard and just shoots them right at the guy, just like and he then keeps going until he finds the final person. To then he realizes that this is the last person to kill for revenge, so he just goes fully all out. A ring of fire just surrounds both of them. They then battle it out fist to fist, and it looks like that the other guy is actually going to kill the Undertaker once again, but he just comes back. He just breathes in, and he just rises up, thinking, rising, like he's flying, and he just walks up with a deep, evil look in his face, and he just says, "You're looking at the face of vengeance, the face of the one that you destroyed, who has come back to take what is rightfully mine." and an evil shroud just surrounds them both. And we don't actually see what actually happens to the last guy. All we know is he screams, and in the final page, it's just a speech of Undertaker riding his horse saying, I may have got my revenge, but there are others out there who do also get... I'm not sure how to word it properly, but it's like the long lines on other people have revenges. Whenever those who have revenge on those who have done them wrong, I shall be there to sentence them to hell, because I am the Undertaker. And that's basically all I got so far.
This must be the fucking longest lift on the planet.
Well, I did say
Wow.
I had lots in there. I had really a lot. I was really going all out.
You understand the reason why I said an elevator pitch is because I didn't want this to go 20 minutes each.
You want to know what? It's like your speakers. Ryan, you actually just blew me away.
Really?
Jack, well, and I'll tell you why after James's.
I'm gonna say.
It's wow.
Oh, thank you.
Talk about like his family, or they burnt and he's getting revenge.
Just so much of that, and I was sitting here when he was explaining it, and the hand coming out. I thought, to try and fucking write this guy's gimmick.
Yeah, see,
because
the thing,
that was the story. His family died in a fire. This is why Kane came back in it, remember?
Yeah.
And then when he was buried alive, he hanged. And back in 94, and Ryan, if you look at Royal Rumble 94, I think it was, after he got put in the casket with Yokozuna, he gave that big speech.
Really? Holy crap. I didn't know anything about this. This was just my thoughts of it.
Yeah. You kind of accidentally did the Undertaker story. Just one.
Did I? I didn't mean that, actually. I just thought I was doing something original. I didn't know that was the actual story. Wow.
You have one slight difference. One teeny difference. You know how it said, you'll put vengeance on the people who killed his family?
Uh-huh.
He would be putting vengeance on himself because he was the one who killed his family. He burnt down their house.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because that's the whole story where it's like, when Kane comes back, Paul Bear's like, you're the one who murdered a family. I don't know what that accent was. I'll do a Paul Bear later, but he's basically saying, like, you murdered the family, and Taker's like, no, I didn't. And then, like, 2 years later, when Undertaker's unsealed, like, yeah, no, I burned my family's house to the ground.
Jeez.
And can you remember that the Undertaker burnt Paul Bearer? How did the Undertaker burn Paul Bearer? Because it looked like the flame actually came out his hand.
All right.
I was honestly sitting here. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know Ryan was like the same age as me, and he was back. He wrote the Undertaker's gimmick.
Wow.
That's the thing, you were like...
just after watching The Undertaker in one match. I'm impressed with myself. I'm really happy.
Alright. So you went accidentally doing The Undertaker's gimmick.
Yeah, I did not realize I was actually doing that, but I am really proud of myself. I actually managed to get The Undertaker nailed.
And let me guess, in a future comic, the spirit leaves him and he becomes a biker, just chewing tobacco, find other people, and then he gets buried alive, and then the spirit comes back, and then you have that whole thing.
No. I think the way I did it is he never stopped bringing vengeance to others, because when there's people, there's always going to be bad deeds that are wanting vengeance on, so the Undertaker will never stop.
Okay. And
I thought he'd actually watched Suburban Commando. Because remember in Suburban Commando, the Undertaker basically played a bounty hunter.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this is just it's you accidentally stumbled into almost Like, it's like if you said, okay, give me the Undertaker, but give me in a way that won't infringe on copyright. It's legally distinct. But it's like, you accidentally did it. I went in a completely different direction.
I was
I won.
going to sit here blown away.
Right.
So,
Wow.
my one is very slightly different. And by slightly, I mean completely. So basically, you could fit this into Marvel or DC. For some reason, I always thought DC because they were the big ones to do this. I know Marvel's done this, but DC could. Where basically, like in comic books, when a character dies, they basically stay dead for like a month and then they come back.
Yeah.
And then my thing was essentially like Death tries to take them back, and he can take like you and me back, no problem. Superheroes, Death has a problem with. They're too powerful for like Death's usual minions. So he creates the Undertaker, who is just an unstoppable force of nature, and his whole purpose is basically like, you're dead. I'm taking you back to basically death. Like, you should not be alive. And like one of the things I had was essentially where he walked behind him, it would always be nighttime, so darkness always follows the Undertaker, and like he would know who superheroes are. Like he wouldn't need he would see through identities. So I just have like this image of like if he's going after Superman, he just like the lights go out and then Undertaker is just in the Daily Planet and he's like, Superman, you should die, and like I don't know, lightning bolts him out the building, and then it's like, okay, and you can't stop the Undertaker. He's just a force of death. Like you hit him a couple of times, you put him down, and he will just sit back up, and it's like, no, you will rest in peace. And like, I think the way you could defeat him is like, I don't know, like imprisoning him. Like, for example, like for Superman, you could imprison him in the Phantom Zone. It's like, but you can't ever kill him because he is death. He is death for superheroes.
He's like the Grim Reaper for them.
Yeah, it's like how the Flash needed the Black Racer because he could outrun death.
Yeah. It's along those lines.
Like, that's essentially the Undertaker. He will just, and he will follow you slowly but obscure, and he does not care about anyone else. Like, oh, you're hurting other people, don't care.
Yeah.
I and you. See, and that's how you do an elevator pitch. It's short, it's snappy. You know what you're doing. Now, I thought I was easily going to win this, but now that basically Ryan accidentally predicted the whole thing, this is the only time I will ever be happy with if Ryan ever beaten me, because he accidentally predicted the Undertaker. Like, there are there are a couple of things you missed, but overall, you kind of got the whole thing right.
It's in the second comic. Wow, I thought this was going to be easy. Wow. Oh. To be honest with you, 2 years, I wouldn't bring any two of them in a comic book.
Really?
I would just move that shit straight to film. Both of them.
Wow.
Oh, don't you know we're making out
the way you put them across? But I actually forgot that you were pitching a comic.
Really?
It sounded like both you and Ted James, it sounded like you were pitching an idea for a movie. That's how I pictured it.
Oh, nice one.
So, yeah, but don't you know, Jamie? Like I've already, like the paperwork's almost done. We do have universe era
pictures. We're making our
Pixel
pictures.
size.
But anyway, all right.
The way it was put across, I didn't even picture it as a comic. I would fit as a comic.
Nice.
But both of them, to me, I just pictured them as a movie.
Brilliant.
So
James, and they both got different kind of feel set. James, you Warrior, like more Marvel DC kind of feel. Ryan's got made this guy was, the bounty hunter, the extractor, revenge. So you've got two different, same idea, but it's two totally different. I actually thought that 2 years were going to have kind of similar ideas. Boy, was I fucking wrong.
So essentially, it's just
Raw. See if I had sitting here with a £30 million budget for one film, I'd be saying no. There's £15 million for two films. That's me and my honest opinion. When you pitch them to me, I actually think there would be two that I would go to the cinema, pay my money, and go and sit, watch, and enjoy.
That's awesome.
It's just so hard. I cannot pick. The way the two of you put them, it was like I was talking to fucking Vin Diesel trying to pitch a film. Honest to God, he's pitched them so well. I don't know if he's got them written down or whatever, or you just memorize them.
I easily could write I could easily write a quick play, like a quick script for both of those.
I'm already a script writer, so I've easily can do that.
Just wow, the way I'll credit it to you. See the way you put that across. It was unbelievable.
Awesome.
He's put them across. He's had passion. You could tell the passion in your voice that he's put time into thinking about these. And it's blowing me, Ryan, you're blowing me away with all these details.
Thanks.
That you've got no way of knowing. James, you blowing me away with just the passion in your voice. Yeah, it's the two of them. I would pay 20-30 quid to go and see him in cinema.
Awesome.
And on that,
I fucking want them to come out. I want them to come out too. I'm excited.
Coming next year, Death. It would be. Ooh, what would I have? Ooh, something. I was gonna say Spirit of Vengeance, but that's Ghost Rider.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that.
I was just having to look at my phone, see if I had anybody for Paramount Pictures, maybe pick these up. But,
Don't worry, I know some people. Me and Steven Spielberg, we play golf together. But anyway, basically, and now.
But nah, I cannot pick.
Mm-hmm.
Two years ago.
Brilliant, thanks.
Yeah, and on that incredible bombshell, this will be the end of this episode of the Universe Era Podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Now, if you please allow us, it's time for the shill segment. You can follow the podcast on Anchor and Spotify at Universe Era Podcast. We're on Twitter at Universe Era. We're at the Universe Era group on Facebook. You can find me at the Scottish Nerd on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. You can find Jamie at Undisputed J or on Twitch, and Jamie C 1981. Yes.
Yep.
Is on Twitter. Ryan, you can't find anywhere else except Supporter Ranger on YouTube or
Facebook.
Or to Nerds Talk. Oh yeah, he's also in the Facebook group. You can talk to him. Tell him he's wrong about Cali. But anyway, and you can also listen to me and Ryan talk about Torchwood and other weird stuff at Two Nerds Talks. Thank you very, very, very much.
And I can just can I just say that by Monday, all the previous episodes will be available.
Because all the episodes will be on YouTube soon.
Cool.
And then, thank you very much for listening. And remember, Triple H has a fucking massive ego. He did not need to come out for 20 minutes. I'm sorry. I don't care. That's it. We're done. Alright. That's it. It's in the bag. Now, you excuse me. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I've got work in 12 hours.
All right, that's absolutely fine. I'm just surprised. I'm just glad we managed to actually get it finished. I was scared we'd have to wait another week before we had to finish it, but I'm glad we actually done it tonight.
Yeah, basically what was dead.
This is the start of the good ones.
Yeah. I have no idea what we're going to see. Like this time, like the 3 months from now until the Rumble, I have no idea what's going to happen.
I've never watched any Cyber Sundays, so that is a blind. I'm on the same level as Ryan here.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Cyber Sundays, so going to be a raw reaction.
But anyway, thank you.
The videos will be up in sent to you, James. I've got all day tomorrow. I've got Thursday. I finish at 4 on Thursday with that night, and then
I upload.
So I've got all the videos. Just need to cut them. That's it.
Yeah. I uploaded like the audio only editions onto YouTube. I've just not published them. I just need to add titles, so it would be like episode 2, the Great American Bash, audio only. And it's basically that with just a picture of the thumbnail, and that's it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I changed the intro.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the actual intro, but I put the Chavo Guerrero.
Ah, yes.
Bit right after it. But see the bit where it says cameo?
Yeah.
I've trimmed that out, so nobody knows it's cameo. So they're going to say, "Oh, wait a minute." So it'll only be us that know it's cameo. Only us that know that I paid for that shout out.
And little did we know that
what people don't know won't hurt them.
You say that, I'm expecting us to be sued by Cameo within a week. So I'll see you.
But at the end of the day, somebody might go in there and say, "Oh, Chavo listens to them."
Yeah, that could give us big ratings on that.
Yes.
Don't you worry, Ryan. Great Khali will be on there soon, hopefully.
If anything, I want Batista on there first.
I know, that's one person I was looking for. And I keep, see, every time I get an email saying they've added new people, I'm still on there, Batista.
But I'm fine with Great Khali as a start.
But you know what I've not actually searched? I've not actually searched Dave.
Oh, really?
Batista.
I feel like
maybe it goes by his own name.
They would have it.
But I'm just thinking about it. Maybe I might search his actual name.
But yeah, also the thing was super planned, and this is 100% happening right. Just so you know, basically what we're going to do for one episode is we're going to get the Great Khali in an episode, and we'll just be used to talking.
Oh, goody!
Like we will not be doing that. But anyway, I'm sorry. Night. I'm going to bed. Night.
Right. Good night.
Right.
All right. I'll catch you later on.
The next time.